Hey, this is Mr. Unpredictable with a 1974 Yamaha Enduro. Complete restoration. We have good compression on the start. So if you get a new bike like this, I would suggest test the compression even before you buy it, if you can, and test for spark. So then you'll save yourself a lot of troubles. But if you're having troubles with spark, what I would actually start off with is making sure you check your grounds, which this one doesn't appear to have any grounds, or I don't know. But here's a good overall layout where wires are coming from. That's not correct wiring harness. I don't know why they're like that. This, I'm pretty sure, was converted to a dirt bike once upon a time. And make sure you just check that ignition coil nice and clean and tight. Make sure it's bright, clean, and tight. The ground rules, you know them if you worked on stuff. And so you check for that, and let's say it's not working, where you go straight to your ignition coil. It's a cheap part usually. I bought one recently. It did not work for me, sadly. It was rated for a 1978 DT 175cc to 82 on eBay. That's what it looks like. The seller was great, so thank you, seller. I'm not sending him back because I'm not going to do that to him. I know it's like, oh, it's a waste of money to other people, but that's okay. And if you're having, maybe saying, if you have a bike, just go off topic of that. If you have a bike just like this, try maybe looking at your ground switch if it's connected to any of your ignition system. And to look at wiring schematics, you can search up this manual for a 1974 Yamaha Enduro or DT, whatever that is, on Safari, and Yamaha, the website, will actually give you the whole PDF manual to fixing it. And another tips and tricks, if you're not, what I've learned personally, if you're not having spark, which is to start looking into the, what is it called? I call it the star. It's like from Iron Man type of magnet. It's inside of here. You have to take this off, and then that could be going bad. That could be not causing you to have spark or corrosion inside from other dudes. And there's also this tiny clip too that I've heard that can prevent it. But to continue on, I was always check your ignition coil first. And a good way to test this is maybe even finding a broken one and just saying screw it and then electrocuting yourself, which I've been doing with this broken one, which has turned out pretty well because I know it works. Unlike this one, I have no idea if it is working, if it's not working, because it's saying I get voltage on the end, like 4 volts, I think. I can't remember. I would have to hook it up again. But it's saying I get voltage to this. But I don't think it's the right specs compared to that one. So, yeah. And if you're wondering where these ground wires go, I'm pretty sure one goes to the kill switch and then one goes to the frame, which I'm not positive. I've never really messed with them. And then other tips and tricks for this is like what certain parts are named. So right here is your oil pump, and it also runs from your throttle cable. And then this line right there is to your oil tank for your 2-strokes, I believe. And then on the other side, like these, well, let me do this. One of these are the speedometer cable, which is not required. And the other one is the tachometer cable, which is right there, as you can see, what my finger's pointing at. And then you have your clutch right here. I'm gonna be doing a clutch replacement video on this one soon. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on the progress. It's a good condition bike. I have to replace almost every part on it, it feels like. But yeah, that sums it up. There you guys go.